Hello everyone and welcome to a Tinkerer's Cube, the traditional version, so this is a best of 3. This is also the final draft event before Innistrad Midnight Hunt. So, it's the final draft event that we will be seeing on my channel, that's the point. I won't be recording any more drafts until Midnight Hunt is available. And I hope there's no big hiccups with the patch on Thursday. I really want to get to draft on the same day. But of course, if there's some problem with the with the patch, which could happen based on history, it's possible that I won't be able to have any drafts on Friday either. But as soon as I can draft the set, I will be doing a lot of drafts and I will start uploading all of them to my channel of course. Alright, so I'm not taking the Heliod here because I played with Heliod in the previous game. I think I might just try some aggressive red now in this cube. The Battlecry Goblin is going to be a good card in such decks, and I guess the other pick could be the Young Pyromancer and getting some kind of blue-red. Well, it doesn't have to be blue-red, but a red-based spells deck could work as well. Okay, so nothing really, nothing that goes to the the red deck. There's a Monoskelion, which is not bad. It's a 2-mana 2/2 which can ping once and then it's still a 1/1. That could be picked. Also, I could go to red-white. Professor of Symbology would be nice because there are lessons in this cube. I just have played white, I think, in both of my previous iterations of the cube. But I think the pick after the Battlecry Goblin has to be the Monoskelion or the Professor of Symbology. I don't know really. Maybe I'll take the Monoskelion. I'm not gonna lock my second color yet. And who knows, maybe I'm not red either, because if red is not open, I'm not going to be able to draft that. And then of course there's a freaking Paladin class passed here when I passed the white card. Well, so be it. I mean, the Professor of Symbology would be very nice if I'm playing an aggressive white deck. Unless I don't get any of those lessons, which, could happen. Anyway, I'm taking the Paladin class. And the Careless Celebrant would be a decent 2-drop. But this is way too good. And if white happens to be open, this is obviously a very, very good card. Now, white doesn't seem to be open though. I see red here. Also, there's a Poet's Quill and quite a bit of blue, in fact. I have seen blue in each of those packs. So what I'm doing here, I'm not taking the Poet's Quill. This is the only black card. Black might also be a bit drafted. It seems like blue and red might be the color combination to be in. And in that case, I might just take the Heartfire Immolator or the Magmatic Channeler. There's also this I kind of missed. Okay, fine. Let's take the Channeler. It's probably slightly better than that. And then there's a Midari Conjecture. Well, this would be a funny one in an artifact-based deck. Although you could use Animating Fairy in that too. Now this would need a lot of artifacts. This doesn't need that many. It always works as a 3-mana 2/2 flyer, which is not the end of the world. Practical Research is nothing wrong with it, but it is a 5-mana card. It's pretty slow. I think I'll take the Fairy, and in case I find more artifacts, you have to. I have to pay attention to that. That the Bring to Life is only able to target non-creature artifacts. So Monoskelion is not a legit target for that. Flood of Tears. Well, that's pretty good. But maybe not for this deck. Havoc Jester, just a 5-mana 5/5, unless you have a sacrifice deck, which I am not having. At least it doesn't seem like that. I could take the Tetsuga Umezawa, Ferreseer. I don't know, this is fairly weak pack, I think. I'm taking the blue card anyway. It seems like blue is open here, so let's take this. And the Deck of Many Things, Skyclaver Relic. Red-green duel. There's one of the good lessons. I don't have any learn card yet. There's a learn card here, but it's in the same pack as the Environmental Sciences. Now, I guess I have only 2 red cards too. Warden of Evos Isle. Flyers cost 1 less. It's a consideration. I think the other consideration is Divide by 0. I saw the teachings of the archaic. Yeah, I guess I'll take the divide by 0 if I find some other lessons. I am sad about the environmental sciences going there away. I won't be able to pick that, but so be it. Alright, this pack isn't too strong either, but there's a map I can use with the animating fairy at least. Target non-creature artifact does in fact say non-token, so it also, can target treasure tokens. Yeah, okay, I'll take treasure map here. And then there is a tricks. There's another learn card, but there's an evolving wilds. I mean, all decent options on both. I mean, the tricks and the academic dispute, but I'm taking the mana fixing now. I have no lands to fix my mana yet at all. Okay, there's Think Twice, Silent Departure, and Teachings of the Archaics. Well, I would like these cards too, but I'm gonna take the lesson for the divide by 0. This I can play instead of an island. Sure. Now, there are only 2 red cards, but maybe it's not a problem. Go for Blood, Ogre of Bolas. Can I have... Well, I have only 2 instants now. This might not do... But I don't know about the fight spell either. Let's take it. Maybe it can be used as a sideboard card. So whenever one more... Okay, I'm taking this because I'm not taking the black card. So what does it say? Animation module. +1/+1 counters. Then it does stuff. Okay, and then it can make other counters. I mean, it can kind of duplicate counters. Sure, maybe not currently going to my deck, and Paladin class won't be going to my deck either. So what does this pack have? It has decent options. Multiple choice and Unholy Heat. I think it's one of those. And I do like the multiple choice slightly more. Unholy Heat is good, but this can do a lot of stuff. So let's just take it. Yeah, the Battlecry Goblin isn't exactly at its best here in this deck, but it's still a reasonable 2-drop. Okay, Pianalar over the Neheb or the 7-drop here seems pretty easy. This is a very nice 3-drop. 2/2 +1/1 flyer would be okay no matter what, and then it has those good other options too. So let's take that. It seems to be a blue and red deck after all. I haven't really seen the blue and red lands though. I would want to have some dual lands, not only the Evolving Wilds as a mana fixer. 1000 Years Storm, well, that would really need a lot of instants of sorceries. I currently have only 2. There's a Dwarven Hammer, Charter Course, and a Bubble Snare, which are all cards I could pick here. Kind of like the Chart a Course the most here. So let's take that. Shimmer Dragon, it is a 6 mana 5/6 flyer. Good stats, but there's also stuff like a Dragon's Rage Channeler in here. Well, that's pretty much the other option I'm interested in. A Golden Egg wouldn't be that bad because it will work very well with Animating Fairy. So if that comes back, I might, pick it and play it. But now it's between the 1-drop and the 6-drop. I don't have really anything expensive here. I won't be having... Well, I guess this only requires 2 untapped artifacts to draw a card. 4 for the hexproof, but... okay, fine. I mean, I'm not that aggressive, so I'm taking the 6-drop now. Whatever. Okay, there's a Faithless Looting. Both thriving lands for my colors. So the one that always gets blue and the one that always gets red. I would want to have them both. But there's a Soul Seer too, which I would want to have actually as well. Removal is good in this cube, but is there a chance that one of these comes back to me? I really want to have a land here. Man, but this is good damage. 5 damage is very high amount. I really like it here. It's tough. I really want to have a land here, but let's take 1 removal spell here. No blue-red lands still. Okay, there's a Gracilax. I'm taking that. It's pretty good. It really is. And then there's a Krenko. There's a Forgotten Cave, Improvised Weaponry. Illuminate History, also a lesson for the... I guess I have only 1 lesson for now. So I think I'll take the value for the the lesson value here. Improvised weaponry and Grenko. Grenko is good though, but it's also pretty... it does work with the Battlecry Goblin, but I think I'll just take the lesson here to make my learn spell a little bit better here. How about the Jumpbreaker Devils here? Okay, well this seems pretty good. Yeah, Curious Obsession, Cosmos Elixir, Chunk Winder, Affinity for Tokens. Well, that would be okay in some decks, but maybe not this. But this is return an instant or sorcery card at random from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, that's pretty good. I'll take that. I got the Unholy Heat now back. Pirate's Price would be okay, but definitely I'll take the cheap removal burn spell here now. And there's nothing here for me, so it doesn't matter. Am I ever gonna sideboard any of this stuff in? I guess not, but let's take the artifact removal. Dwarven Hammer, yeah, this is not a 1000 Years Thomas deck at all, but Dwarven Hammer can be okay. Well, that is a sideboard card. This is a best of 3 cube. Yeah, I will sideboard this in. I did not get the come on, what it is. The 2-mana artifact. That. I didn't get the lands either. They were in this pack, sadly. I'm not sure if I'm gonna play the Fateless Looting in the main deck. Probably not. But I didn't get the egg that draws your card when it enters the battlefield. The 2-drop thing, which would have worked with the Animating Fairy. Alright, anyway, this pack is very good for me. There are multiple options, but Yuan-Ti is the pick here. It's really good. But Lannery Storm, Thoralf, Fiery Temper, even something like a Perilous Mirror would be good. But I'm taking the Yuan-Ti. It's just so good. And I have enough early plays. I think I could just take some little bit of more expensive stuff. I don't think the Go for Blood is gonna be in my main deck, but let's wait for a bit. Alright, there's a Temple of Epiphany. I'm going to take that and then hopefully getting back something like even the Introduction to Prophecy. Ominous Things. No, that's not that great. It's a 5-mana 4/4. Well, anyway, I'm taking the land now. I need more, ways to get my mana working. Mystics Mastery, okay. Well, Terramander Overload. I like the Overload, but it's not going to be that good. I won't be having that many instant or sorceries necessarily. The Mastery just doesn't do a lot in here either. I'm thinking about the Terramander actually here. I'm not sure. Let's take the 1/1 flyer, which can become a bigger one. It is also a payoff for the having instants and sorceries. Up the pub quiz, Goblin Banneret, Murmuring Mystic. I guess I'll take the Mystic now. It's a pretty good defensive card, and I have enough ways to make a couple of those flying tokens. Maybe I'll get the pub quiz back. That would be decent because I have a couple of lessons in here. Spectral Sailor, Saloon Division, Skewer the Critics, Elemental Summoning. I have currently 21 playable, so there's also an Expanded Anatomy. Wow, I could take actually 4 cards here and would be happy about them. But it's only one learn card, right? Or did I have another one? I need to make a decision. I'll take the Spectral Sailor. Maybe I'm somehow aggressive here. Ninja of the Deep Hours works with my flyers here. Works also with the Yuan-Ti. Cloudskin Seer is good too and would work with the Ninja as well, but I think I'll take the Ninja here. Well, there's Earthshaker Kenra, which is also good. Lonely Sandbar wouldn't be bad either. That's 23 cards I'm currently having. But there's a Bean Whale, which I can just play as a land here. So I think I can take the Earthshaker Kenra. It is decent. The Rescuer Sphinx would be okay, but let's be aggressive. Okay, Sulfur Falls. I don't care what else there is. I just want to have a on-color dual land. Yeah. Fiery Temper. Yeah, I'm taking it over the Perilous. How do I say? Perilous Mirror. Anyway, that's it. That's the peak. And I get this stuff back. Even a Relic Amulet. Currently it's only 8 triggers for it. It's not maybe enough. The Javeliner. Target creature and opponent controls. Yeah, I guess I could play that. Let's see if I have room for it. The Overload. Probably not played. Well, I have to check it out. Okay, Pop Quiz. I can have it. And I even got an Elemental Summoning. With the Pop Quiz, I definitely want to have the Creature Lesson too, not the Cillian Division. I guess this is in the end, an interesting deck after all. So I have 3 lessons in here. I don't have really any big graveyard synergy going on, so I'm not playing the Fateless Looting. So yeah, that's 3 lessons still. And how many learn cards? I think it was only 2. Yep, that's 2, but it's fine. And then let's cut those lands for now, and there's the Bean Whale, which I'm gonna just play as a land here. And what am I not playing in the main deck here? This is usually a 5-drop, or I at least want it to be a 5-drop, that's why I put it to the 5-drop slot. Of course I can cast it for cheaper if I want to. And then, go for blood. I was supposed to cut it, I just maybe didn't cut it there. Treasure map. I kinda like the treasure map because of the animating fairy. If I'm gonna play the fairy. How about the Dwarven Hammer? That's another 5-drop. Some removal, some card draw, bounce. Maybe the Javeliner is better as a sideboard card. Well, not that. Deals X damage to target creature and opponent controls. Yeah, I don't necessarily have that many instants or sorceries in my graveyard, and this still, even if I do, it's gonna deal like 2 or 3. It might not be that relevant. It's gonna be a sideboard card against decks that have a lot of, let's say, 1 and 2 toughness creatures. And I think the Experimental Overload is also one of the cards I don't really necessarily need here. Return an instant of sorcery. So basically I would, how this would in practice work, I would get like a 2/2, maybe a 3/3, and then I get to return some instant of sorcery. I think it's a bit unreliable. I don't need to play a clumsy card like this. I have actually a lot of card draw here, so I do like to maybe cut a bit on the expensive cards. The Mystic is still good because even if you get like only 2 1/1 flyers with it, it's gonna be worth it. The 1/5 is nice blocker here, and I can try to win with flyers and this thing. So this doesn't really, yeah, this is pretty good because you can just keep casting the same instant of sorcery, and this it will. I mean, even if you have only 1 of those, you will get that thing back always. It doesn't have any kind of an exile clause that. Oh no, well I guess it couldn't have, but you can just recur the same card over and over again. It's random return, but I don't think I care which card I'm gonna get back from this thing. And I'm playing the 5/6 dragon, at least in the main deck too. So the Bean Whale is a land, so I actually have 24 cards here. I will cut 1. And the treasure map might be a card I could cut. The only reason I'm not doing that right away is the animating fairy. It's pretty good with that. It is the only. Do I have any other ways to make a treasure token, for instance? This makes a creature artifact token, so this bring to life only works, like I said, on non-creature artifacts. I have only 1 of them. But I guess this deck can use a 2/2 flyer for 3, so. I like the Tetsuga Umezawa too. Maybe it's not necessary though. It's good with a ninja. It doesn't make a ton of my creatures unblockable. Yeah, I guess I don't need the 1/3 here for 2. This is the deck. Minus the lands, of course. So Evolving Wilds, Sulfur Falls, and Temple of Epiphany here. This thing, yeah, I don't really have a +1/+1 counter theme here, so I'm not having that. In the end, I have 8 instants or sorceries, so that's a bunch of triggers for the Mystic and something for the Charmbreaker Devils to return if I ever get to untap with this in play. Do I have any discard stuff to utilize the Madness? I guess I have Chart the Cause if I didn't attack. And is there anything else? It doesn't seem so, but it's still a 3 mana burn spell, it's fine. Right, so I think that was all the lands. So this is now 1 blue source and 3 that can be both red and blue. So first, let's see the number of cards, 13 and 9. They are double casters for both colors. And I want to have a bunch of red sources for the Battlecry Goblin. All this means I'm going to play an even amount of mana sources here. So let's just add the mountains now. Because there's like 1 bean whale, and then I add 1 mountain to kind of get even. So now that's 1 red, 1 blue, and 3 that can be either, and 12 cards to add, so that's 6 for both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total of 7, and then 6 islands here. Let's take this one. So the mana base is basically like 10 and 10, which is quite okay. Alright, let's do it. I'm not a big fan of the 5-lander, but I have a Scryland which helps opponent does mulligan. I'm keeping it because I have a Scryland that maybe helps me to find some spells. Oh, they mulligan to 5. And I have a good 4-drop here. If the opponent doesn't kill it, it might do some work because of course this is the best on turn 4 when you haven't really cast yet a lot of your instants or sorceries, and that's gonna give me a good curve now. Fantastic curve, 2, 3, 4 curve here. Evolving Wilds not necessary here. So the Scry was useful. That of course doesn't mean I'm not gonna draw land, but I didn't draw land, so can have this. So this only needs 1 mana, no tapping or anything. It can kill anything with 1 toughness. But I'm gonna sack it now, which is fine. Grazilax. I could play this and then the Grazilax, but I think I just gonna play the Murmuring Mystic next turn instead. And this does work on itself. Okay, they had nothing. I guess they just missed the land drop and they couldn't answer a Grazilax, so that's understandable they conceded. So I saw black and green and Chainer's Edict. That's not enough information to make any kind of changes to the deck, so let's just submit the same one. And I have a nice hand. I can have a turn 2 ninja with the Spectral Sailor most likely. Let's see if they have instant speed removal. It doesn't look like they are having anything like that. Yep, I wanna draw a card here. So they do need to deal with this somehow. Or that one also will start drawing cards. So this can make... Okay, that is... If I get a removal spell, that would be nice. A random discard here. So when this enters the battlefield, target creature with power less than or equal. So yeah, okay, so it's 2. I could make this unable to block. Or I could also do x equals 2 and they would have to bounce the Spectre to their hand. But I don't think it doesn't matter too much what I'm gonna discard here. I'm also gonna draw a card here. So what I'm doing here is just play this attack for 4 and draw a card, and then I can have the Spectral Sailor still, and I'm gonna discard whatever I'm gonna discard there. Let's play this one. I can jump block it, but that's just the same. I could decide to, you know, discard the Spectral Sailor by jump blocking. Doesn't really. I mean, I guess I don't want to discard the multiple choice, but there's only 1 out of 7 chance. Actually 1 out of 6 when I play this. But I want to play my flyer here. So let's just put the trigger in on stack and play this. And see what it's gonna be. It is the multiple choice. Oh well. Zaborax. Okay, this thing has lifelink. No, it doesn't. It has only lifelink later on. Okay, Fiery Chamber is going to be good. They might just... so this gets counters whenever another non-token creature you control dies. This gets a counter. And if it's a cleric, they get to draw. Alright. And... okay, it only has lifelink if it has a ton of counters. So obviously I'm going to attack with bows and I don't care about the trade with the ninja. I'm going to just kill the Spectre with the Fiery Chamber here. Can't do anything else with my mana though. Or who knows, maybe they let me draw a card. Oh, they do let me draw a card. Interesting. That is interesting. Pianalar. Well, this is gonna become a 3-3, but... I mean, I kinda... could just keep taking the hits from the Hypnotic Spectre, because if this thing dies, Zaborax gets a counter. I kinda want to... fine. Let's kill the Zaborax, and I will discard another card. Doesn't matter which one of these. I will have a good turn next turn anyway. Unless I jump block. I'm not jump blocking here. Let's discard whatever. Pop quiz is fine. I've been drawing cards with the ninja here quite a bit. Okay, Pteramandor is good. I can double spell this turn. So let's just attack. Maybe they at some point are gonna block with their stuff. Now they are. And no more card draw for me, but I can have Pianalar for sure, and then I could just, you know, target artifact creature gets +1/+0. I could play the Yuan-Ti too, but I'm gonna try to block the Spectre for now. If they don't attack, that only means I miss a play here, but then I don't have to discard, so that's good. I don't want to discard, for example, the Pteramandor. I guess I could have played it. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen now. Nothing really. Maybe they have a mass removal effect here. But I have an Earthshaker Kenra, which has Eternalize. Alright, they don't probably be able to survive here. So this thing says only works with artifacts. Sacrifice an artifact. Well, I could sacrifice a treasure token to make this guy unable to block. But it's unnecessary if they wanna block with this guy any of these. I don't care. Be my guest. So they just take all this. Wow. Okay. Whatever. I mean, if they have a mass removal spell. I have an Eternalize here. It would have to be exile based. They didn't go for the trade here. I'm just gonna play all the stuff here. I could have, you know, drawn a card and all that, but who cares? I'll put an upkeep stop in case I wanna scry an upkeep. So the Rex Sage kills the treasure map. So no stop on upkeep, and then they have 2 mana to deal with all this stuff. Yeah, Tenor's Edict isn't exactly. I'm gonna sacrifice the Kenra here, and that's it. And I go first. Yeah, this is nice. This is nice indeed. How about the bean whale? I want to use it as a land or a spell. I don't know really yet. I might want to use it as a spell too. So I'm gonna play just an untapped land here. Because if, let's say my next draw, or let's say in my next 2 draw steps I draw land, definitely then I don't need this as a land. But this also could harm my curving out. I might need all my mana. And then again, I don't have a 3-drop here now, so let's see. For example, on turn 2 I'm gonna play most likely a Monoskelion, and then try to ninjutsu it away. Okay, they are thinking about their mulligan decision there. I didn't see if they mulliganed already, or is this the 7-card hand they are thinking about. I think I was on the play here, so they are not thinking about their turn 1 play, but they are thinking about if they want to mulligan. So yeah, unless they play a 1-drop that changes things, I'm gonna play the Monoskelion turn 2, try to maybe ninja away it turn 3. I could use the extra mana to ping them, but I might also want to use that window to play my tapped bean whale if I haven't drawn lands. But we will see. Okay, they're just timing out here now. So when this timer runs out, they have to keep whatever hand it is, and then I will get my turn. Not very exciting content for YouTube, but it is what it is sometimes. So it's possible I have to wait for their timer another time. Not sure though, they might already concede if the timer runs out again. And in best of 3, when that happens, it doesn't go to sideboarding, it's actually a concede match. So this would be a match over if they run the timer out and if it results in their concession. I'm just not sure if they might still have one auto pass before it will concede for them. But it won't auto pass forever, it will auto concede if you let the timer go to 0 enough many times, or whatever a rope this is. Timer is... Actually I don't see the time here. Did they take away the timer from the best of 3 cube? Because best of 3 matches should show a 30-minute clock here for each player when you hover over here, or the time hourglass here. So, well, let's see now what happens. Is that a concede or not? It is, and that's a concede match. As you can see, I got 2 wins here. So that was very unexciting match too. It was opponent roping a couple of times and well, 3 times maybe. Well, was it that? Well, it doesn't matter. Well, I'm at 2 wins and 1 match left. Okay, again a good hand. I'm on the draw. Excuse me. Opponent mulligans. I'm gonna keep it. I have the Unholy Heat, and then I have the unblockable 2-drop here, which gives me Venturing 2 if it doesn't get killed, and some more 2-drops here. Okay, they had to keep a 1-lander. This is very... And they didn't have an interaction, at least not instant speed interaction. Well, they drew a card now. The Mask of Immolation can be used to kill the Yuan-Ti. That's exactly what they needed here. That is exactly what they needed here to keep in the game. Alright, so I'm gonna play the tapped land, not the pop quiz. And I think it's going to be the Magmatic Channeler here now. I of course want to play the pop quiz only after I have played the Murmuring Mystic. The 5th land is not necessary now. I have the 4th in here. Magda. Well, I'm going to kill that thing. So let's do that. I mean, I'm gonna miss the one token here, but that's just not a card I'm gonna allow them to have. Just in case, I can still play this Kenra here. Not the pub quiz, because, like I said, I want to. Now, okay, actually, I could actually discard. Yeah, I should have done it. Oh, man, I forgot this has an ability. It's too late now. But I should have maybe done this. Lose one of the extra lands. But then again, the land won't be that bad. I have a couple of 6-drops in the deck too. But yep, I'm gonna try to play the Mystic and then start doing the pub quiz stuff. They're gonna get to draw a card when they block with this thing, but then again, this has Eternalize. They can equip and sack anyway, so it's not like I can really prevent them from having the card draw happening. And I'm still playing the Murmuring Mystic here, so let's attack with both. They maybe trade with the Kenra. Trade with the Kenra, draw a card, and I get to attack for 1, and then I'm playing this land. Yeah, they get to draw a card there, and this land into Mystic, and then I can play the pub quiz. And I have 3 different lessons I can get. It's probably going to be the teachings of the archaics. Okay, they are going to. Oh, that's funny. Can do double duty. Both. Yeah. Alright, so Grazilax would actually die here. Because they can. The thing is that this Mask of Immolation gives this creature ability to sacrifice for 1 damage, but then this has the death trigger. When it dies, it deals damage equal to its power. Now that said, they might have some equipment that enhances this thing's power. So I think I might go for it. I mean, might force them to kill the Grazilax or let me draw a card here. I'm actually going to do that, because then I can end of turn pub quiz and get a Murmuring Mystic token too. But now if this thing goes through, I mean, if one of these goes through, I'm gonna draw a card, and of course one of them will go through, so they will have to sacrifice the Fireblade Charger to deal with the Grazilax here. But at least I don't have to worry about them getting like some higher power card there. Now I can get some flyers. I have Earthshaker Kenra coming as a 4/4. I mean, firepower card. I mean, some way to enhance this guy's power and then they could sacrifice it, deal a lot more damage. So it was safer to get rid of it. Okay, they have a kind of a sacrifice synergy here. Now they can kill the Magmatic Channeler if they want to, but I can live with that. There's nothing I can do to prevent it from happening. But now they have 4 cards, so okay, they immediately kill that, which is fine. Okay, I drew a land there. So I could take the Elemental Summoning. I also could take the teachings of the Archaics. Thing is, the 4/4 is pretty good, but this could draw me 3 cards. That's the thing. It will draw me 2. But if I draw like a cheap card, I can play and non-land. I can play the land. And if I draw a spell that costs at most 4 mana, and it doesn't draw me cards, I can get the teachings here. I think I like the teachings slightly more than the 4/4 now. Yeah, let's go for the card draw. Well, that was a land, sadly. Well, I could wait with this thing, but they're gonna go to lower than 4 cards now. Yeah, let's just draw 2 and get 1 extra token here. It's fine. And then I have a Pianalar here, also fine. Attack for 2. And now I have a decent board, and the Earthshaker Kenra makes, stuff unable to block. It will be a 4/4 because of Eternalizer, so anything that it has power less than 5 will be unable to block if I choose to return this thing back. And of course, I'm threatening quite a bit of damage here. Also with the Pianalar, with the amount of lands I have, I can pump this Thopter token 4 times after I play a land. Or maybe not. Well, they deal with that. They still have to deal with a bunch of other stuff. That gave some token friends to them. But Bean Whale is pretty useless now actually. Well, it does give me a 1/1 token. Well, it's time to Kendra. Kendra away now. So I'm gonna say someone is unable to block. It doesn't matter if I say token, they can still block with the other token. So that 2/2 can't block, so I can deal damage with the Mystic here. It has haste, of course, because it's Earthshaker Kendra. It's kind of sad that they had this kind of token maker, so I couldn't deal the 4 here. But I mean, they still have these 3 1/1 flyers they need to deal with. They are starting to run out of stuff. So this is sacrifice a creature to this case. Yeah, that doesn't actually matter here. Oh, they have actually 3 colors. I didn't even pay attention to that. I'm not playing the Bean Whale just to make a token. It actually will be useful with the 4/4 here. So they can make this, so they can sacrifice a creature. They can't even draw a card because they don't have blue or black up here. So gains indestructible. So they can block the 4/4, make it indestructible by sacrificing the 1/1. But then my Bean Whale makes this thing survive still. So it's good. It's all good. And yep, can attack with all. No problem there. I'm also drawing a bit of lands here, but it's fine. I actually should... No, I still have... Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't maybe play all the... Maybe I should first try them to... Yeah, first I will make them... I guess they would be doing this anyway, but... I mean, I guess I could have played the Bean Whale there, but well, I'm playing it now, whatever. So yeah, point is, my sideboard has... I think I still have a learn card in my deck, and my sideboard has, of course, Illuminate History, so I don't need to play any more lands here. Discard any number of cards and draw that many cards. Yep, I definitely shouldn't have played the lands here this turn, and maybe not even on the previous turn. But, I mean, these flyers. Yeah, the Murmuring Mystic, it is really good. It has created a lot of stuff for me here. I mean, they are going to die in 2 turns if they can't get some way to deal with the flyers. Now, they do have a ping artifact, but every ping requires sacrificing a creature. Well, okay, that's actually very good. I'm glad they don't have the mana to equip this thing. But they also gain the 2 life terror. That's actually... Okay, well now I need to start drawing something else than lands. There's no point, I mean, attacking with the 4/4 anymore. I mean, with that Thwart the Grave, they are going to be in a good shape. But they can also do that. It's fine. I mean, of course, if I didn't draw all these lands, it would be a bit easier. And they still don't have a good clock of their own. And they can draw a card. From that thing, they have only the 6 lands. I have, what, over 10 here. They want to draw the card right away, makes sense. They can even use to draw 2 cards because of the Kells Fight Fixer. And then they can re-equip that thing. But this time they don't have a good block on the 4/4 anymore. Monoskelion is any target, right? It is. So... wonder if I'm going to... Because they can't sacrifice this for both the Mask of Immolation and to make this thing indestructible. I think I am going to attack with all here now. Or they can kill the Mystic this way. It's actually true. But then they don't kill a flyer. That can be relevant. I don't have any other ways to make more tokens. But yeah, it's not really ideal. But yeah, they are at least close to dead. Close to dead indeed. Yeah, sadly this won't die. I would need 2 damage to kill it. But they are at... I mean, if they don't find... Well, they have a lot of cards now, of course. And I need to draw something like... I think I have the Fiery Chamber here, do I? Yeah, Fiery Chamber will be lethal to any target. Okay, whenever... yeah, I mean, them drawing so many cards here. Well, I have drawn a lot of cards too, but I just drew so many more lands here. This is... Yeah, so how does this work? Now they have a flying creature that can block my guys. Well, there's a Shimmer Dragon at least. So take it. They have only 1 mana again to use here. This also counts my creatures. So if I attack with the 4/4, they're gonna block with the Kells and make some of their guys, sacrifice one of their guys. Which is going to be the Heartfire Immolator mostly. So I'm trading the 4/4 on some of that. I'm just attacking with all, because I have the Monoskelion, they can't really block with the Falcon Rat Noble. So let's just do this and see what they do. They are limited on mana here at least. But they will be gaining a bunch of life now. So, but I have a 5/6. Hopefully they don't have removal on that thing. Okay, so they're gonna sacrifice something to the... I mean, either the Noble or the Immolator, so this is not so bad if they do that. And I don't think they're gonna sacrifice the Noble here. So I will get rid of the Noble here anyway, no matter what they do. Okay, so now I'm going to ping this thing. And they can do that thing. But they're taking... Okay, well, they're taking damage, but they're also gaining life, so it's not gonna be lethal. Well, it's nowhere near enough lethal, okay. Yep, okay, that was well played by the opponent. I didn't do all the combinations that can happen there, but I have a 5/6 flyer now. Do they have an answer for that thing? Yeah, the fact they had this specifically a Falcon Rat Noble that gains them life when they were at 3 life, that was nasty, really was, because the life gain is here that keeps them alive. With the Mask of Immolation and all that. I don't know if I should have played a bit better myself, but this is really nasty. Okay, they choose... Okay, come on. Can they have a kill spell on this? Because this doesn't have menace or anything. I can just kill it, but... I mean, this has to mean they can kill this, but... I mean... Then they will kill it. Why did they... Oh, okay, whatever. Whatever. Yeah, the Falcon Rat Noble here. The kills did the work. They drew 1,000,000 cards with it. Ninja of the Deep Hours. Alright, so... Not great. Not great at all. I could have returned 4/4 token, but of course it's a token, so I don't want to make it disappear. Now that they were able to take 4 again, thanks to the Falcon Rat Noble, is pretty annoying. Yeah, I mean, I was so close to winning if I didn't draw the bunch of lands and if they didn't have all the life gain stuff and that. That was close, but so what? I mean, that is a cube. That kind of stuff happens. So now I did find this thing. So I should now do what exactly? When artifacts, yeah, I will lose a lot of... They're gonna just jump block with one of these. I'm gonna just bounce this guy, maybe draw a bunch of cards, and well, they can sacrifice it too, but they don't want to. Illuminate history is what I need here. Do this, discard. If I get a fiery chamber, I can win, although that doesn't mean I need to draw an untapped land too. Yeah, fiery chamber will be enough to win, unless... No, it actually isn't. Oh, yes, it is, because this is no longer here. They can't gain currently life at all. So am I supposed to draw 2 cards? Or actually, the Ninja of the Deep Hours is going to mean 2 damage. Do I have something that deals 2 to them? I don't actually remember. Maybe I'm supposed to only discard the Ninja and the island, and then try to find a fiery chamber. Because if I discard also this thing, I'm gonna lose, because they can start sacrificing these stuffs with the Mask of Immolation, and I will lose because of the Marionette Master. Each thing they sacrifice is gonna make me lose 2 life, and they have the mana to sacrifice all that. I need to win now, so I need a fiery chamber, and if I discard the mountain, I could draw 4 cards that way. No, 3 only. Only draw as many as I discard. So I think I need a land, and then I need to hit a fiery chamber here. Would that have mattered? No. It's game over now. It's game over now. They can just equip to each of these guys, sacrifice one of them, and they have the 6 mana to equip all these. And that's it. Now if I attack here, okay, what they do is they have to jump block with one of the guys. I go to 5. But this is gonna win anyway. Yeah, especially with the Falkenrath Noble. I basically had no way to win here. So that happened. Yeah, I mean, I had they basically had the answers for all of my stuff, and then I hit a pocket of lands there when I just needed like a little bit more to push for the final damage, and then they found the life gain thing. They gained so many life with this Falkenrath or whatever this thing was. Alright, so maybe the Javeliner will be useful. It can kill a bunch of that stuff, I think. Yeah, I will play the Javeliner here. How about something else? Experimental Overload, maybe not. Dwarven Hammer. I do like it though. Yeah, I guess the Dwarven Hammer might be the card I can cut here. The Trample is good though, but still... Okay, I'm gonna cut that. Yep. That's not a bad hand though. Keep it, and I guess one of the islands can go. Well, I'm going to maybe start exiling those lands at some point, but I will first play the Pianalar. Well, I know I'm not exiling the card that's in my hand, but I will have to exile 2 cards from top of my library and play one of them. But now I'm gonna play the 3-drop I know I have in my hand. Okay then. A lot of lands. Fine. It's dead. No blocks. Magda, alright. More lands. Let's have some non-lands here, perhaps. Okay, 2 cards, both are good. One will be permanently exiled. Divide by 0. Probably is going to be better here now. And I'm gonna get a 4/4 elemental with it, which I can cast next turn. Yeah, this game doesn't go nearly as well as the previous one. I can attack for 1 here. Yeah, all the cards in their hand still. Well, I guess I have the Magmatic Channeler that can at least turn lands and other low impact cards into maybe something better. And this here, of course, will be a 4/4 if I get a couple of more instants or sorceries into my graveyard. Let's see if they have a Spark Harvest here. Well, they do, because that's what they have had. All they have needed all the time. Sacrifice a creature or enchantment. Okay, they can kill that. Sure. Let's just not draw more lands. Well, that at least is a land that scries me. But I could make a Battlecry Goblin, pump it twice for 2. Sadly though, it's gonna only trade with this guy, and that won't even give me a 1/1 token. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just pump it once and see if they are willing to trade here or not. No, they want to have the sacrifice thing there. Well, that can draw me cards, although it will also die to this ping effect here. But if it draws 1 card there, it's good. Now they can just activate the Den of the Bugbear if they want to. But this costs mana to use the ability, so it's not. But they can, if they want to, they can attack for 6 now. Yeah, and they have food for sacrificing now because the 1/1 can be sacrificed. All right, so I guess I can't beat the Bugbear here. I mean, even if I didn't attack, there wasn't really that good options. Yeah, I could have blocked the Den of the Bugbear, but then they wouldn't have done that. They would have played the stuff from their hand. So I guess I'm gonna draw a card here and see what happens. Grazilax is good, but... yeah, okay, whatever. They can make this into a 3/3, kill the Spectral Sailor. Okay, that kills... yeah, okay. Okay, I just didn't have the cards to beat them. Well, the game 2 was just legit. I mean, them just being better than me, playing better than me all the turns. But the game 1 was really frustrating because I was so close to victory. If I just didn't get the multiple land draws in a row, and if they didn't have the exacties they needed. But thanks to the second round opponent just conceding the match because of timing out, I still got my gold back here. And this will be my final Tinkerer's Cube of this iteration as well. And the next draft video that you will see is going to be a Midnight Hunt draft. Hopefully it will be on the channel on Friday, assuming on Thursday the patch works without any hiccups, because the problem with it is that, well, not a problem, but fact is that my time zone is such that when the patch, and it was scheduled to be a 4-hour downtime, or maybe not a downtime, but the maintenance is like a 4 hours. I usually wait until the maintenance is over. I'm not going to start right away, hop into a draft when the maintenance starts. So in my local time, the maintenance starts, I think, either at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. I don't recall which one it was. But that means I can start my drafts like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. maybe. And if there's some problem with the maintenance, it takes maybe it takes 6 or 7 or 8 hours before you can draft without any bugs affecting the thing. It will be in the middle of the night for me, and I will be sleeping at that point, and I won't be able to draft right away after I wake up. So in that case, I would have to draft only on like Friday evening, and in that case, the videos would show up on Saturday. But if all goes well, you will see a draft video of Midnight Hunt on Friday this week. But before that, I will still have my second part of my set review, and also I think I'm going to make, for the Thursday video, I'm going to make some kind of a archetype breakdown and a bit of a closer look to a Midnight Hunt Limited, how I think the color pairs can work, and what cards might be important in specific archetypes and not so important in some other archetypes. That kind of video. I haven't really fully made any kind of a plan what exactly I'm going to talk about in that video, but I will figure out something. So there will be some kind of a video on Thursday, but it won't be a draft video. Anyway, hopefully you will check out my set reviews and the other video, and especially when the Midnight Hunt drafts start, please come back and see when I start drafting that set. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.